Okay, everyone, welcome. What I wanted to do is take just a few minutes and talk to you about getting started, some of the things that you want to start going ahead and crossing off your list so that you can go out and engage your first customer. So just consider this a list of things, and it's not a complete list, but it's a list of things that you need to get accomplished before you can actually go out, make your first sale, and deposit that check or run that credit card. Step number one, you want to come up with a business name. Now, I have started so many businesses. This is something I'm pretty good at. The best way to do it is to actually do some brainstorming. Figure out what words you want to have in there, like mobile or app or whatever you might choose. One thing, you do not want to have mass mobile apps in your business name, because then if someone does a search, they're going to find our business. Not yours. The first business that I got started with is called Next Wave Designs. And I just was thinking to myself, okay, for me, this is the next wave of things to come down the pike. So I started with Next Wave, and then eventually I got to the designs part. But what I like to do when brainstorming, no idea is a bad idea. You just want to write them all down. So if you know you want to have the word app in there or designs in there or whatever it is, then that's something that you definitely want to do, is write that down and then start thinking about a whole bunch of different things that you can do around that to make it zing so that it works for you. So the first thing you need to do is you need to come up with a business name. Once you get a business name, you're going to need to get a bank account. You're not going to be able to cash a check that's made out to Next Wave Designs if you don't have a bank account made out to Next Wave Designs. In order to get a bank account, you're going to need to get a business license. It's different based upon where you live. The places that I've lived and gotten business licenses, they've been, $30, $40, $50. I don't think I've really ever paid anything more than that to get a business license. But you roll down, get that business license, and right now I'm in Florida, and here in Florida you need to file and get a fictitious name, so that should actually be written up there as well. Again, it's different in different jurisdictions, but we had to register Next Wave Designs as a fictitious name. So once we got that fictitious name certificate, then we were able to get the business license. With that information, we were able to roll down to the bank and get a bank account set up. So these are things that you need to consider and get knocked off your list before you're sitting there with a check or a credit card that you can't do anything with. Phone number. Since day number one, I've always used my cell phone. It just makes sense wherever I am, I've got that. I've got some people that have gone and gotten a second cell phone. I know GoDaddy has a service where you can get a second phone number. Google has a service where you can get another phone number and just have it connected to your cell phone. So many people today are running businesses with their cell phone. If you don't have an office and you are truly a mobile operator, then that might be something that works for you as well. Either way, you need to get yourself a phone number. Next, you need to get your merchant processing set up. That's so that you can take credit cards, that you can process credit cards. Typically, what we do is we try and get a check for the upfront money and then a credit card or a debit card for the monthly. You might do the ACH drafting, where you're just getting it directly from their bank account. That's a great way of doing it if you can qualify for that. But it's pretty simple to get credit card processing these days. And when you do that, I know a lot of people like to use Square, but keep in mind, you're not always going to be with your customer to be able to run their credit card. I'm not sure how that works with them. But some sort of credit card processing, you might want to look at PayPal. They might have a solution for you. I'm not 100% sure. I use a company called Cayenne. We're going to have a list, an affiliate list, an affiliate page on our website where you'll be able to go and see a bunch of these different services that we use, where you can just click a link, and that way you're sure to get the best pricing possible with them. But having the ability to take credit cards, debit cards, because you're not just, with the Square thing that you can attach right to your phone. The problem is if you're running their credit card every month, month after month, year after year, you're not going to be running down there to actually grab their card. So you want to be able to actually, swipe it. Stripe is another option that you can use, but there are a number of them out there. Again, check our affiliate page and see if you see something on there where you're guaranteed to save the most money. The first time I did credit card processing, I actually got a live terminal, a piece of equipment, and then of course I was paying equipment charges. No, I don't do that any longer. Everything I do with the credit card processing, it's all virtual. I've got an online terminal or an online portal that I can use to process everything through there, so it's less expensive. You don't need equipment. You also are going to need to get an email address and a website. Again, if you don't already have a website, check our affiliate page where you'll see some information on how you can get a website relatively inexpensively for your business. There are some people that get into this business and they spend 6 months trying to make their website just perfect. Guess what? No one's going to read your website. They're going to look at some pictures, they're going to see that you are in the mobile app business, and they're going to say, okay, what can you tell me about what you have to offer? So do not get caught in that trap that you've got to build some website that's got to be perfect that takes you 6 months or 6 years before you can even get started. Again, check our affiliate page in your back office on the website, and you will see there options where you can get a website put together for you relatively quickly and relatively inexpensively that'll suit your needs. So let's see, that's website, logo, and colors. You're going to want to figure out what you're going to want for your logo. There are places you can go like Fiverr. I think it's Fiverr, Fiverr, where you can go and you can hire a designer who can get a logo put together for you for less than $100, and they can get that done in like 72 hours. You're going to want to figure out what you want the theme of the logo to be, what sort of colors you want inside of the logo. They're going to need all that information to be able to put something together for you. Again, that's assuming you don't already have one. So when we were talking about website, you're going to need to get a URL for your website as well. In essence, a website address. Mine, of course, is nextwavedesigns.com, and I get all of my URLs, all of my web addresses I get from GoDaddy. If I was you, I wouldn't even look at a competitor, just go straight to GoDaddy. Those things are relatively inexpensive. In fact, when you're trying to figure out what your business name is going to be, once you settle on that, you're going to have to go to GoDaddy and then do a search to see if you can get whatever the business name is you came up with, .com. If you can't, there are other options other than .com, like .biz or .co or whatever. Personally, I like .com, so I'm going to do whatever I can do with my name to massage it to get it so that I can get something that's available on GoDaddy. Typically, if you get something that's relatively obscure, you could be paying $10, $15. I'm really not going to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for a URL when I can literally add an S, take an S away, or just tweak it, change it just a little bit to be able to get something that's going to, again, cost me $12 or $14 or something like that. So again, these are the basics, first things that you need to get done before you can actually get out there and make a sale. Come up with a business name, brainstorming, get a bank account, phone number, your merchant processing, again, no equipment, your business license, email address, your website, your logo, your colors. So let's start there as the first things you need to get done, and go ahead and tune in to the very next video so that you can learn the next step of this process. Okay, go get 'em.